Hi, Nick. Thank you for talking with me today.
Pleasure.
So, the movie was absolutely fantastic. We laughed, we cried. So, thank you for that.
Okay.
Um, Charlie Rowe he was absolutely brilliant in his role. And I was just wondering if you could share some tidbits about your working relationship with him and how he was able to take on the characters Nate, and he was amazing.
Charlie did a lot of research at the beginning of what it was like to, if you like, be a quadriplegic. He did a lot of work in terms of trying to understand it physically, with the mobility that you lost, how you could function in that world. Indeed, he used to go out as Charlie, the actor, in a wheelchair to the local stores, if you like, in where he was staying, and try and feel what the difference was, how people treated you if you were disabled. So he came to the role very, very prepared. And in that sense was a joy to get all of that, because we wanted to get that stuff right. And we did something, his relationship with the monkey, whereby Ali, the monkey, never saw Charlie outside the wheelchair. So it's not like a normal actor walks on set, gets into the wheelchair and starts to act.
Right.
He would often come on to set in the wheelchair, and the monkey would never come on set if Charlie was standing up. And in fact, after the 8 weeks was up of filming, the monkey saw him stand for the first time and was actually quite blown away by the idea of that, because the monkey doesn't think that Charlie's acting. The monkey thinks that Charlie's real.
I understand that the movie was inspired by a true story, and I waited to actually look into Ned's story until after I watched the film. How important was it to you? I know that obviously things were changed, but how important was it to you to stay true to the story?
I tell you what was important. The essence of the story was important, not the story, not the narrative. Narrative is never that interesting, to be honest with you, unless someone's actually climbed Kilimanjaro with one leg and swam the Atlantic on their, there's very, very few actual real stories in life that actually can fit compactly into a 90-minute movie. So, and anybody tells you that they're telling a real story is a flat liar, because unless it's a documentary, it's not. It's an imagined piece of work. And that's the best place for us as filmmakers to be in, that place of imagination, because if you do something literal, then you can't imagine anything, and you can't create anything that the story might need at any given moment, because it's not actually happened. So what we did was be very focused on not just his story, but several other stories that I also knew about. So there was a guy in California who had a monkey. There was another guy we spoke to, out in the Midwest. So I took in all of these different events, if you like, and different stories. And, every time you hear somebody talk about how they were with their monkey, the guy in California, his monkey just died literally a year ago. And he'd had the monkey for 20 years. And the state in California had denied him the right to have a monkey, a service monkey. In other words, the state of California had said, no, you cannot have a primate as a service animal. Mm-hmm. And he appealed to Schwarzenegger, to Arnold. He said, I want this Helping Hands to give me a monkey. So Arnold said, yes, you can have a monkey. We have monkeys in movies, so you can have a monkey. And the monkey lived with him for nigh on 25 years, became absolutely part of his actual ritual. So he would say to me things like, well, we'd go and watch a movie together, and the monkey, for example, would know how to put the popcorn. So the monkey would go into the thing, take the popcorn packet down from the cupboard, take the popcorn out, put it in the microwave, push the button on the microwave, get the bowl, put the popcorn in the bowl, and take it to him and put his phone right next to him. And they'd watch a picture together, or they'd watch a ball game together. And he said his life before that, if he dropped his phone, he'd have to wait for the postman to come, or anybody. And sometimes he'd wait 12 hours because he couldn't dial anybody because his phone had fallen off his wheelchair. Mm-hmm. He couldn't say, I need help. And he'd literally wait for the post office guy, to come around and deliver the mail. And he said, would you mind picking up my phone? And of course, the guy did this. So when his monkey died, it wasn't just something that happened that he kind of forgot about in terms of, the work. It was an emotional, it was like his life story. It was like when he became quadriplegic, when he had an accident, his fiance left him and he lost his job. Mm-hmm. Right? So, life was damned hard. Right? And then what this monkey gave him was really, really a way of looking to the future.
Yes.
And it's disgusting to me that that's being denied to people who already have a really hard time.
Right.
It's flat out wrong. It's flat out disgusting. And it's based on premises which are archaic and unprogressive.
Thank you. I agree. Thank you.